Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope everyone's having a good day. This little girl just walked by. She's so cute. Okay, so announcements. We had Bernina Club this morning, so that was fun. I'm not 100% sure if Patrick has sent the recording yet or not, but I know he will. Then next week, trying to remember, we have Christine's basic sewing class going on right now, and we are getting ready for the anniversary event. And then we have the Zandra Shaw watch party on October 25th and a surgery event in November. I'm happy for you, Anne. Do you mind giving me a hoop? Sure. Which one is it? This is all the way. Okay. Thank you.
Did you already sort?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I thought I was all set up and I forgot a hoop. So Paula's going to help me out and get me some stabilizer so we can get started. So I'm going to go over the event that we have coming up in November. It is a Barbara Goldhorn event. She has had her own store in the past. She retired and now is traveling teaching classes on the Bernina Sergers. So we are going to be having a trunk show on the first Thursday in November. That is going to be held in our Thornton location. It is $10. And again, that's in our Thornton store. And then the following Friday and Saturday is going to be the hands-on classes in our Littleton location, and it is a Friday or Saturday, so you get to pick which day works for you. It will be $99, and you will be working on a Bernina, a L890. There we go. So the project is the trendy fringe tote, and in each session, so the Friday and Saturday, if you decide to join, you'll be able to make and complete your bag, and it is going to be a lot of fun. So we have already gotten a ton of people interested in the event, so I would reserve your spot as soon as possible if you're interested. Hi, Gisela. Oh, you're very welcome, Sybil. All right, and we do have a Fab 5. So it is the fabrics in the confetti collection, and this time you get a little bonus. Hi, Val. So we have a really pretty blue, a yellow, red, green, pink, and a really pretty coral. So you actually get 6 cuts, and it is still the $20. They came next day. That's good, Sybil. All right, so for today's project, we are going to be making the new ghost bookmark. This is from Kreative Kiwi. If you visit the events calendar for today's date, there is a link that will take you to the design. Again, it's a free design. We do have kits available. It will make one of the bookmarks for you, and it consists of fabric and Kimberbell leather. We can do that for you, Gisela.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Gisela, they are actually half-yard cuts. Hi, Linda. Okay, so to talk a little bit about this, the Kreative Kiwi version is to make this out of felt, but I liked the idea of doing it with fabric because then you can pick a more Halloween-ish type of fabric to put the little ghosty on. So this one that I have right here, that's the sample, I actually stitched with the ghost shape. I stitched with glow-in-the-dark thread, but I wanted to stitch today's out in the regular white thread so you can see the difference. Hi, Barbara. All right. So I'm going to pull up my design. All right. So I have 2 layers of dissolve away mesh in my stabilizer. And I am going to stitch with my white thread because it's the first thread that is going to matter. All right, so our very first step is going to stitch directly on top of our stabilizer a placement line so that we know where to place our fabric. Ooh, a very wet weekend, huh? All right, so you can see that I'm going to reuse, hi Peggy, the piece that I used for my first sample, and I thought it was kind of cute because you can still see the ghost. All right, so then I'm going to cover that area with that fabric. And we are going to tack this down. All right, since I'm doing the live today on my own, I'm turning this so you can see, kind of. I'm cutting, I'm gonna trim. So I am, excuse me, going to trim away the excess, including the shape of my ghost.
Because we already have it from Kimberbell in the boxes they have, and they run out of pieces, so that's why
Hi, Roberta.
All right. Now we're going to trim to make the we're just going to line it up here, and on this one, we're going to do 3 inches. All right, how's it going? But you want to do it right side out. Okay, or inside out.
All right. So I've trimmed the inside. And then I have 2 little ghosties. All right. Hi, Nancy. Okay, so next we are going to place our leather. Where's my sample at? Okay, so I'm going to tell you that with the leather, I did it by the instructions, and it kind of made my leather pucker a little bit when it does the eyes. So for the eyes, you first stitch the whites of the eyes and then the black on top of it. So for that little area, there's a lot of stitching. So then it kind of warps the leather there. So we're gonna try a different system. So I am going to place the leather down, but it's first going to do the eyeballs, the whites. Hi, Lisa. Lisa, we are making the new bookmark that is from Kreative Kiwi. It's a little pocket so you can put your ghost will tell you where you are in your book. It's a free design and we have kits available for $2.99. All right, then we are going to go ahead and do the blacks of the eyeballs as well, because it's adding more stitching to that area. And the whole purpose of this is to kind of get that step out of the way so that if there happens to be any of that puckering here, then we can kind of lay it down and hold our leather down flat to prevent that look. So then I will go back 2 steps after the eyes are done in order to stitch the shape of our ghost. You know what, Amy, I think that would be very possible. I think that's something that we could also actually make in IQ. And maybe if we have enough time, we can kind of walk through the steps on that. And now it's going to do its little smile. And it does look a little puckery there, so I'm glad we're giving this experiment a go. All right, so I right now am on step 6, so I'm gonna back it up to step 3, so actually 3 steps. And I am going to stitch that shape for the ghost. All right, so in this example, one of the things that we need to see is which direction our needle is going to travel in. So I'm just going to hit my +1 button just to find out which direction it's going to travel in, to know if I need to hold the top of our ghost down at first or at last. So it looks like it's going to go down first. So we can take I'm going to kind of just like push this up, give it some tape to hold that area, and we will stitch that shape. And then as we get closer, I'll still kind of push this down. We'll see how it turns out. Kathy, what about putting water-soluble topper on top of the leather to prevent the puckering? You know, I think that with how this particular leather is, it wouldn't really do anything to help the project, because I think it's just the way that it is made. So I'm now going to skip the steps that we were on because we've done the eyes. And we are going to trim. Our scissors need some TLC.
He's 11, yeah. So we were, it's okay, Mom. Yeah, we've done it 3 years now. No,
All right, so now it's going to do okay, now it's going to do the satin stitch for our pocket piece here. Oh, Amy, so Pamela put on here that that Kreative Kiwi has a design that is free and where you can put a monogram on it. Hi, Molly. All right, and then we are going to go back to our white to do the satin stitch around our ghost. Happy Friday, birdie. Dawn does do that in our Littleton store, which isn't very helpful to me in the moment. But we do send him our scissors. All right, so as it does the stitching around our ghost, I'll show you the Fab 5 bundle again. All right, so we have this very pretty blue. A very pretty yellow. Red. Green. A very pretty pastel-y pink. And then you get the bonus fabric, which is this really pretty coral color. So you get 6 half-yard cuts, and it is the Fab 5 for today. It is $20. Almost there. So to prepare for the next step, since we're not using felt, a felt would be a little easier given the fact that you would just have to place the piece of felt down, but because we're using fabric, I'm going to get one piece that is going to be right sides down, and then I'm going to place a piece of batting. And then I am going to place a second piece of fabric. We're going to turn our hoop to the back side. Right now I am putting in my orange bobbin. And we are going to take our little sandwich and place it over there, and we're going to tape our corners. All right, then we are going to return this to the machine, and it is going to stitch our pieces together. I am going to go ahead and put the orange thread up top because for that final stitch, it is going to want to have both top and bobbin thread matching. Before we do any stitching, we want to make sure to remove this. All right, and then it is going to stitch the final stitch of the satin. Oh, thank you, Sandy. I think it's adorable as well. And then we're gonna hold them up to each other when it's done so that you guys can see the difference between the glow in the dark thread and the regular thread. So it's definitely more shiny. The glow in the dark thread is still fun, but it's not as shiny. And while it's doing this, I'm going to turn the camera back towards me and I'm going to talk about the Kimberbell event that we have next weekend. So it's both Friday and Saturday. It's the Kimberbell Comfort and Joy 2-day event, and it is so cute. So we have the first project. This is in the new 6x6 Beechwood hoop. Make a little town. Super cute. And then we have the wreath sash. So on one side it has comfort and joy. And then on the other side is a deer. I really like the deer. And then two different towels. So the first towel is the Merry and Bright. So 3 Christmas trees and it says Merry and Bright. And then this one is a little different because it will do a buttonhole here so you can tie it. So you could tie it on your stove. But the second towel is this. So Carl, yes, they have. And then the last project is the chenille pillow. So this is done in 2 hoopings. So a lot of really good techniques to come out of this event. And if you would like to sign up still, it's not too late. We just can't guarantee that if you're a non-local customer that we would be able to get it to you in time for the event, but that is okay because it is recorded. It is super cute, and I'm going to be doing the first day. Oh, I'll be glad when you can too, Roberta. I do too, Val. I lost my train of thought. Oh, I will be teaching the first day, the Monday. Nope, the Friday. Where am I at? And then Christine is going to be teaching the Saturday class. So I hope that we see some of you in there. It is so cute. And I guess we can talk a little bit about the bonus designs for that event. So normally, for those of you who don't know, Kimberbell's events have a bonus CD, which is now a bonus design collection that you can download. And if you spend $100 on if you spend $100 on Kimberbell product, then you get those designs for free. So what we try to do is create a completed kit so that you can create those projects with some of the materials. So Sherry just commented that she used the glow-in-the-dark thread and ironed it, and the thread melted. Uh-oh. Thank you, Val. Sandy, the event is virtual, so you can yes, it will be recorded. You will get a recording. So therefore, if you're not local, if you sign up today and you live in Timbuktu and we're not able to get the kit to you, did you hear that, Jenny?
What?
I think I'm going to quit my job and become a rapper.
Timbuktu thing?
Yeah. Then we'll get you the recording. So Deb, if you go to the events calendar, that document should already be there. And for those of you who don't know what she is referring to, she is talking about the chart that tells you what colored threads and stabilizers you need for the event. So in the kit, you're going to get everything you need as far as fabric and such, with the exception of the stabilizer and thread. So they always provide that information to us, and as soon as it becomes available to us, we put it out there for you guys to be aware of. Kim fractured both wrists and had surgery. Oh, I am so sorry, Roberta. Yeah, I hope you recover and heal quickly. Get back to sewing. I'm sending you air hugs. That's tough. Okay, so I'm going to turn you guys around. And we're going to get you up here. So here is the one that we have. There is a list of stabilizers and hoops for what? Okay, Deb, I'll go take a look for you. All right, so this is the one that we have in the hoop that we just did, the regular embroidery thread, close to the glow in the dark. So the glow in the dark thread is just a little bit more dull, but not in the dark. So there we have it. Deb, I will go and look at that for you and see if I can get something sent to you or posted on the events calendar. But I appreciate you guys taking the time to hang out with us, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and we will see you next week because it is Friday. Have a good weekend. Oh. Okay, yes, Karen, I will. Looks like you made a boo-boo. Where? Anne, where's my boo-boo? Where's my boo-boo, Anne? I don't know if you're talking about... Oh, didn't mean to throw that. I don't know if you're talking about this, but you trim this away and what is around the edges. Oh, the fabric, boo-boo. My bottom material is inside out. No, it's not. Look. Look, 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 look. Take a look in my book. Oh, my Lanta.
Well, that one I made for. I had to try different sizes. There's some good little ones. Little ones. But it depends on the type of vinyl. Some is difficult.
So it's supposed to be showing like this because it is a bookmark. You trim this away and then your ghost will hold your page for you. So you want this to be a pocket, or we can use it as a camera cover for when we have to go walk around the store. But yeah. Okay, so yes, somebody asked if we could talk about those bonus designs. So you have for the Kimberbell event, Comfort and Joy, we were talking about how you are able to get bonus designs for free when you spend $100 on Kimberbell product. So the designs for Comfort and Joy are additional wreath sash designs for spring and Valentine's Day, and towel designs. They're pretty cute. So we have that we will be showing you guys in the event, and we're pretty excited about that. And we'll be going over what to expect as far as some new Kimberbell events for 2026. So out of curiosity, do you guys enjoy the 2-day events or the 1-day events or the Spark events more?
It's funny how they, it feels like they weigh like so much more. Probably a half a pound.
Okay, so just put it in like this. Make sure, yeah, make sure just open it like this. Don't open it up all the way. Just if you want to open it up.
All of them. All right. And then Amy, I think what I am going to plan on doing is I will do a separate live so that we can make our own and just do a monogram. But if you wanted to, if I don't know if you're just wanting to bypass the ghost part of it, but you could also add that too before you add your back piece. You could do any type of little monogram on here for somebody. Okay, well, thank you guys for your input. I appreciate it. Yes, it will wash away. It is a wash away stabilizer. All right, well, thank you everyone, and we'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.